Hello everyone, Death Stimulator here, bringing you some more naval action. Sorry about the lack of video yesterday. I was just having some login issues over the past few days, and appears there was a bunch of files missing. Now, for today, we'll be sailing from Belle to Fort Zouterman to pick up our frigate, and then looking to get into some mischief in that frigate. We'll hold off on having a fight because the wind is currently in our favour, and I'd like to get to Fort Zouterman quickly so we can do some stuff in either the Belle Poule or the frigate that we have there. It'd be quite nice to use the Belle Poule for a little bit, as we haven't really spent much time in it. I think we were discussing that previously. Anyway, we'll cut away and come back once we're at Fort Zouterman, or if something occurs before then. See you all then. So, after a brief trip, we've made it back. I will probably be looking at taking out the Belle Poule. I don't know, I'm just tossing up between the two of them. We only have one durability on the Belle Poule because it is a captured ship. So, we'll take out the frigate for a bit. Worst case scenario is we will have to, we'll change up. Actually, you know what? No, we're going to take out the Belle Poule because I haven't shown you guys the Belle Poule yet. I haven't been on it myself. We won't put any good upgrades on it though, just on the off chance that we do get sunk. In fact, we can have a quick look and see if there's any cheapish upgrades that we can get. I think it's got one upgrade slot? 4. Oh, that's quite good. That's really good. For a what you call it? What would you call it? A captured ship. That's it. Captured ship. That's great. I'm going to put chasers on it because the Belle Poule can be quite fast. So we'll look at buying. What was it? Class 7. Nope, that's a little bit much. There we go. Ah, okay, right. So we'll have to put class 8s on there. And we'll put the longs on. Can run someone down if we have to. Oh, it's back deck. Well, defensive longs are good. Tear somebody's sail before they get near us. And what have we got? What options do we have to purchase? Looks like we'll be purchasing blue ones, if any. This could be quite good, actually. Oh, we're a bit broke. Alright, so we'll get lightweight blocks and tackle. And it looks like we will have to come back. We've actually got quite a few upgrades at Belle. I'm a little disappointed I didn't grab them and bring them with us. So, excuse me, excuse that background noise. So what we'll do is we will take the Belle Poule out and we will sail it to Cork. The other side of being a little bit poor was we can really only afford to get three repairs. Well, that's alright. We'll sail back to Cork. I'll spare you guys the trip, and then we will take this out and see if we can get a decent battle going. Alright, see you guys shortly. And we're back. So we're sailing, and we're gonna have a go at taking on this Renome. I just realised I think we've actually got longs equipped, and that's going to impact on the damage that we can do. I think we've got longs equipped. There we go. Looks like the Renome is gonna make a fight with us. Maybe. We'll see how it works out anyway. Our shot speed shouldn't be too bad, as we can actually crew the Belle Poule. Hopefully they won't stick downwind of us for too long. Let's have a look. What do we have? Oh, we do have carronades. Good, good. Eesh, they're all the way down there. Oh well, not too far. I prefer having carronades with the frigates. Makes things a heck of a lot easier. And also with our lightweight rope and tackle, that everything's going a little bit faster. Not to mention having full crew. We'll be going in with double carronades, of course. Be quite nice to sail something that we can actually handle. The Renomi is quite reasonable as a ship. It's not too far off the Belle Poule. But it being an AI, it's only going to have mediums. So, the Belle Poule. 19 guns across 2 decks. It's got a great figurehead. I do like the figurehead on this. Oh. There we go. Now, the best thing about the Belle Poule, at least from my point of view, is that it's I'm trying to think of what to say. Because of its shape, it's a little bit more stable. At least it's what I found personally. So it's a bit wider at the draft, and it's a little. And once again, personal experience. It's a little bit harder to heal it, to hit it below the waterline, because you don't get it lifting up so much, healing out of the water. And for someone like myself who likes to do a lot of tight-ish maneuvers and often our turns are less than optimal, it's good. We're not losing out too much and exposing and we don't overexpose ourselves. That being said, you can see we're just healing there a little bit, and that's with the wind dragging our sails off at this angle. Sorry, I just noticed a little bit of lag there, and was worried that somebody was coming in. But we seem to be safe. I've seen some players in the area, so we do want to be a little bit careful that we don't get surprised in the first couple of minutes. Well, I mean, I guess if it was a surprise, we'd be alright, but you understand what I mean. So, let's have a look and see what sort of damage profile we can get against the slightly smaller ship. Now, that is a nice result. A good spread of groupings, and they will probably be popping a repair here. It's most likely. It's not too bad. And indeed, if we can get ourselves round in a timely fashion, we should be able to finish them off here. high. Okay, that should be good. Should have slowed ourselves down just a little bit there. But we didn't lose out too much. Having to get used to having only rear chases again as well, which is a bit of a novelty. We're not going to get any shots off our forward section. Not that we hit shots off our forward section very much in the Bologna or the Centissima, because we were too high. We didn't fire soon enough. I'd prefer not to run into the Renome here. That being said, I also want to get at a close angle and hopefully get some shots off there. Done. I was hoping it wouldn't be such a long delay. Okay, so they have now popped their repair. And we can... There we go. Should hopefully be finishing them off here. Maybe. I know I said that last time, but... If they're not taking on water yet, it shouldn't be too long until they do. Darn. I was hoping to get us around before we took fire. So this is going to be a fairly even exchange. I'm going to try and hold us here as best we can. Wait for our lower deck to be loaded. There we go. That should do it. Just put a little bit of distance between ourselves and the Renome, and we can move off. I miss carronades a lot. It's a shame that you can't get them in the bigger ships, but at the same time they were, and I think if there's still a few floating around, are still ridiculous. Well, I'll just move on from here. See if we can get ourselves a player battle, seeing as there's a few roaming around. Not much XP, but that's alright. Apparently we lost a crew as well. I love that. Polishing whales. Haven't seen any whales yet. Don't think they're implemented. Hello, what do we have here? Dutch Surprise. Alright. Well, we'll cut away for a little bit and come back once we've got something interesting going on. See you then. So, after a little bit of sailing, we've had no luck in locating any player ships. So, we'll probably wrap up this episode with a brief fight with a Belle Poule. See how quickly we can sink a ship of equal size with our carronades. It's this will be quite a good demonstration of the damage that carronades can inflict compared to mediums. While AI ships aren't quite as well equipped as player ships in general, there's nothing else that really separates a player ship from an AI ship. Except, the guns can sometimes be worse, and they will occasionally not have any upgrades equipped. Well, they usually won't have any upgrades equipped. However, none of the upgrades we have improve our damage, so it's a somewhat moot point, and we don't have any armor upgrades on our vessel except in the stern. So damage across the board should just show up in relatively similar amounts. They'll have mediums, we'll have carronades, and we can just see the difference there. Hopefully we can get some even broadside exchanges. Hello? Okay, I guess there was a snow and a navy brig in range of us. Well, this will make things interesting. Not impossible, though. If these were players, we would be in a spot of bother. And the snow is already firing us. That is not a good sign at all. As you can see, this ranged mediums, a fair amount of ricochets due to our angle, which is nice. That's the other thing as well, mediums do not have the penetrating power of longs, or the raw damage of carronades. At the moment, I just, in general, prefer longs to mediums, despite the slightly increased reload time. If we can get the opportunity, it'd be quite good to test, do a damage comparison between mediums and longs. And we're unfortunately not going to get much opportunity to do a comparison between mediums and carronades today, just due to the number of enemy ships we're dealing with. And I'm going to take every opportunity I can to just inflict as much damage as possible on any ship that comes within range of us. Did we miss a lot of shots there? It feels like it. Or the snow's got more armor than I thought. Both are possible. One of the things that we will have to watch out for here is losing our guns. If we lose a lot of guns, that'll put us in a very tough position. Just going to switch us up to gunnery at this point. I mean, we're already down 4 guns on our right side, and we haven't even gotten a shot off from it. Okay. This is going to hurt. Unless they haven't... No, it doesn't look like they've reloaded in time. Excellent. We can line ourselves up and get some decent shots off against the Navy brig. Spin around against the wind and hit them with our port side guns. That was slightly more what I was expecting against the snow. Snow and the Navy brig aren't that far off, at least not that I recall. Now, it has been a while since we were in those ships. A few shots falling short there. Need to get a slightly sharper turn off here if we can. Unfortunately, the Belle Poule's got a little bit of a sideways drift going, but we've been able to edge round in time. Now, hopefully, they'll hold it. We can get a fairly solid shot against their entire side. I think that'll have to do. Not quite enough to get them to pop their repairs yet. But we're getting there. A little bit of lag just causing me to panic a little bit. So we want to come a bit closer to the Belle Poule and fire off a nice full volley against them. That's a fairly solid result, so we should hopefully see them pop a repair at this point. Just drop our speed and they should hopefully pass us. I'm going to preemptively repair here. Do a module repair as well, just because I'd rather not take on water if we can avoid it. At the moment I'm placing a fairly high value on us sticking on gunnery. It should be good. quite an acceptable result there. Don't like having the snow all the way back there though, that could cause us some hassle later on. Fortunately, we're coming up on our safe time now, where we're not going to be able to get jumped by any other ships or players. And that will be good. A little bit hopeful there that I might have been able to fire off a broadside against the Navy brig. Can't even see, there's so much smoke. Navy brig's looking pretty much done for, as is the other Belle Poule. Fairly solid result. Just going to look at passing in front of the Navy brig if we can. No fires either, which makes a nice change. All right. Well, looks like the snow wants to get rammed. I will have to oblige them. Probably cost us our bowsprit. I don't know. However, we don't want to come in contact with the Navy brig if we can help it. Reasonable set of hits, completely destroyed the stern. Looks like they've popped a repair. And we're exposing our rear a bit here, but it's alright. Most of the shots will either miss us or they'll have to fire early. Everything will go into the hull. Navy brig's almost down. Surprisingly durable, considering its current levels of armour. Okay, that looks about right. Unfortunately, it was far too random. Oh dear, taking on a little bit of water here. Be popping our second repair. Navy brig's still going. Yay, we hit its bowsprit. Always the smallest ships that give us the most trouble. Now, hopefully, our shots should be able to line up at about this point. If they don't ricochet. Excuse the dog in the background. And that will probably put them down. Please excuse the lack of sound for the last bit of this video. The dog next door decided it was going to pitch a fit. Yeah, so that basically wraps everything up. We sink the opposing ship fairly easily and get nothing special in terms of upgrades from it, but we'll be able to sell them off for a little bit of money, which is alright by me. As usual, it's been Death Stimulator. Thank you very much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, do let us know, and please consider liking, commenting, favouring or subscribing, as your support does mean the world to me. I'll see you all next time.